why are you so passionate that you decided to come out today instead of hanging out at home watching a football game or something?
Because this is a big problem.
I'm here today because a couple members of the Los Angeles City Council are trying to make it illegal to feed hungry and or homeless people without charging them.
What's so ludicrous about it is to criminalize feeding people in public spaces, people who need food.
And to me, it's just so cold-hearted. You can't feed people in public. That's ridiculous.
Well, Tom LaBonge is just trying to protect public safety.
Really? Is that what you really think?
And if we just keep feeding them, we're just encouraging them to stick around.
That's not true. There's probably reasons why they're homeless. Maybe reasons beyond their control.
Yeah, but that requires deep critical thinking.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, and most Americans aren't capable.
I don't have the time for that.
Exactly, no one does.
When you see homeless folks being fed on the street, it kind of infringes upon my right to pretend they don't exist.
Well, that's all on those and how their belief system is. I believe in love and peace and balance.
But don't you think that this is just a way to encourage the homeless to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps? And don't tell me that the homeless cannot afford boots.
The homeless can't afford boots. And you know what happens when you pull yourself up by your bootstraps?
What happens?
Fall on your face.
God did not tell us to divide and separate those who are less fortunate. We're supposed to share. So if they take that away from the homeless, they're pretty much, they're non-existent.
But I'm pretty sure God had some strong words about public safety, don't you think?
Definitely.
He's under pressure from the Chamber of Commerce in Hollywood and from the developers that don't want to see homeless people on the street.
Yeah, I don't want to see homeless people on the street.
Right? Out of sight, out of mind.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss. That's exactly what, and that's what this motion basically is.
Don't you think they're all just trying to get to the very lowest class so that they can mooch off of those government benefits and those free soup kitchens?
No.
But why did all these folks choose to be homeless?
Well, homeless people don't quite choose to be homeless. We have homeless people downtown where I work and organize for the last 14 years.
I chose to be wealthy.
We're humanity and we're supposed to support each other.
And what about all the neighbors of these homeless folk who have to walk out of their homes every day and see just all this criminal activity around them, like eating?
Eating has become a criminal activity?
And plus, it's a moral issue. Why can't I give you a sandwich if you look hungry?
I mean, why can't these homeless people just eat this food that they don't have in the houses that they don't own?
That's a really good question. That's a good question. Could you call LaBonge and ask him that?
I believe the proper pronunciation is LaBonge.
Was that right? Oh, I thought it was LaBonge.
No, I have no idea.
LaBonge.
I just think it sounds cooler. That was very good. Can you do that again?
No.
With 60,000 approximately homeless folks in LA, we are number 2 only to New York City. Don't you think we can be doing better? Can't we be number 1?
Los Angeles is the number 1 homeless capital of the country, and it's second in the world to Sao Paulo, Brazil.
So we're winners.
I don't really get the end game. I don't know what their vision is.
I will tell you the end game. If we criminalize a problem, it goes away. I mean, we launched a war on drugs, and have you seen any drugs lately? I don't see any drugs.
Right now in downtown Los Angeles, Skid Row, you'll find veterans of the Iraqi and Afghanistan war sleeping under bridges down there, and I don't think they chose that.
Well, bridges can be very attractive, don't you think?
Yeah.
When Eric Garcetti got elected to be our mayor, he said that he was going to stop homelessness in Los Angeles, and I didn't realize...
Maybe his plan was to... Starving is a quick way to get rid of the homeless.
I think that's what he was planning. Sad.
It's outside the box, but it's efficient.
Well, evidently.
If you had one final message for Tom LaBonge, what would it be?
Let your heart grow 3 sizes this Christmas.
Hello, sir. What's your name?
Doug Melton.
And what brings you out here to the streets today?
Well, they're having a protest down here about people feeding the homeless. Charity work is what godly people do for other people when they can't help themselves.
And what do you do to get food every day?
I usually depend on people's compassion.